We just avoided a mistake that could have cost thousands of dollars, and I wanted to share it with you. So let's go. Hello, my Amazon friends. It's me, Karina, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing a very important topic, and this actually came about when I was emailing back and forth with one of my students, and we were going through kind of a product validation, which is exactly what I offer to anybody who is part of my Into a Milli course, or even in my private label club, which you can start for only $7. The whole kind of point of this video is to make sure that you know where you're getting your Amazon information and to know how a good product looks like, because a lot of the times something might appear really good. In fact, it can even appear that it's too good to be true, and when that's the case, it probably is too good to be true, and we're going to be looking at one of those cases right now. So let's jump into my computer. I'm going to show you exactly the product. So I'm actually in the UK market, if you notice this. So here it is. The product is Changing Mats. So initially, when I saw this, I recognized that this is quite a popular product in the United States market. It's nothing relatively new whatsoever. It's been around for quite some time. But since it is in the UK market, it looks much less competitive. And that is actually true for a lot of products. That's why international markets can be great if you are doing certain products. And for example, in the US, they're too competitive, but in the UK market, they're actually not that competitive. And this kind of seemed like it was the case, because when you first even take a general overlook, you will see that the reviews are quite low. And let's actually do a helium 10 rundown of this reviews. We'll notice that the reviews are so low. 4 reviews, 8, 15, 2, 4, 4, 1, right? These are really low, and everyone is still kind of selling more or less, right? This person with 4 reviews is doing $12,000. And if you look, just this word has like 13,000 search volume, which is correct, because usually with, of course, higher search volumes, there is a higher demand and products get sales. So if there is such a high demand for this, then why are the reviews so low? That's kind of the thing I was wondering. So when I kind of validate products, and my students know this if you're in any of my programs, is I look at a lot of factors on this. My eyes first gauge towards the revenue, review count, price, things like that. But another thing is I do pay attention to who owns the buy box, right? And right here, you can see that there are so many merchant fulfilled. This basically means FBM, which is fulfilled by merchant. So if you don't know, right, FBA is fulfilled by Amazon, FBM is fulfilled by merchant, which means people are shipping this product out from their garages or from third-party warehouses, because Amazon is not fulfilling these orders. So that kind of gives you two sides of the story. One is that these people are fulfilling it from their end, and okay, that's great. The second thing is something is fishy, right? So if the people are fulfilling this from their end, the question is, why are they not doing it through Amazon? Why are they fulfilling it from their garages? You can look at it from one side, which is initially what I looked at it at first, because, you know, I'm trying to be positive, and I thought to myself, okay, maybe all of these are merchant fulfilled. So if you were to able to get an FBA spot and have Amazon fulfill it, you will get more priority, because for the most part, that's how it works. If you're an FBA seller and the market is a certain way, you of course are going to get priority of the buy box, and then that guarantees prime shipping. Although a lot of things have changed, and FBM is still really good depending on if you know how to do it. Of course, I think FBA is much better, because you're not dealing with all the problems of shipping and packing. But I thought that, okay, if you become fulfilled by merchant in this category, that's going to severely stand you out, because everyone else is merchant fulfilled. So the other question is, are these merchant fulfilled just kind of these cheap Chinese manufacturers that are just trying to capitalize on this opportunity, and that's why they're merchant fulfilled? Maybe are they drop shipping? Because that's actually a lot of what happens with merchant fulfilled, which is actually against Amazon terms of service. There's a lot of drop shipping packages or coaches out there, which I don't agree with whatsoever, because that's literally against Amazon terms of service, especially if you're shipping it out from several places, right? That's one side of it. So it could be potentially a really bad product that's being either drop shipped by a seller or actually sold by a Chinese manufacturer from China itself, in which case it would take a very long time to arrive to Amazon. I mean, think about it, right? They're probably not doing express shipping, so it's gonna take 30 days, and that's not very favorable. So imagine if you're the only FBA listing or one of the few, then that will give you a huge advantage. However, something just didn't seem right about this, right? Because if that were the case, more people would capitalize on it. But in reality, given the circumstances of this pandemic, what is really happening and what makes this so dangerous is that, yes, this product is in high demand because you can see 13,000 search volume, and you can also see the revenue is quite high. It's not all stable, right? They're not all doing amazing, but a good portion of them are doing great. 12,000, 6,000, 12, 20,000, 2,000, 11, 8,000, right? There's a lot of sales, which means the demand is there. The problem is that this pandemic is happening, and while in the United States things have eased up a lot more, in other European countries that is not the case. It hasn't eased up as much. They're still backed up, not only at customs, but also in accepting these products to Amazon and actually fulfilling them. So think about this, right? Everyone are very smart individuals. Sellers in the UK are also very smart individuals, and they probably know that the demand for this product is high. So they are in fact selling this product. And the demand is normal, they're getting normal sales. But with this pandemic happening, they are not able to restock their inventory as fast as they should be. So whether their inventory got stuck in customs or even in China perhaps, maybe it has a long lead time and they manufactured it and it had some holdup, perhaps the lead time is long, perhaps it got stuck at customs, perhaps Amazon is not accepting these or fulfilling them. Maybe it's a very long fulfillment day, right? It could be any or all of those factors combined, which means the kind of supply is very low. Supply from specific FBA sellers are low. So what does this lead to? The demand is still there. People are still buying these changing mats because, as you can see, the search volume is there and the sales are there. So what's going to happen is that other smart individuals are going to capitalize on this opportunity, whether they are Chinese sellers, whether they are drop shippers, or whether they are people who saw this opportunity and just have a plethora of these products in their garage. So they're actually able to capitalize on those sales, which is fine, considering hopefully it's a good product and it's not actually doing anything against terms of service or taking 30 plus days to arrive to the customer, right? Say they're doing that. That's great for them. The problem becomes is if you are a seller trying to do this product FBA and you come into this market. So say you come into this market and you say ship your product into Amazon, or you actually begin to do the FBM way of it, of fulfilling the orders yourself, waiting for your Amazon to get checked in, which would take a while because the other FBA sellers are also not able to sell this product currently, or a good amount of them. So say you actually get a portion of those sales and you're doing $7,000 a month, and that's good for you. Well, what's gonna happen is, as things are right now, slowing down and everything is kind of picking, well, not slowing down, the pandemic is slowing down in terms of kind of things opening up, but the production of Amazon and their kind of shipments is increasing. For example, in the United States, I was able to create my listings for non-essential categories last week. So that's fine, right? Everyone panicking about this. You should continue doing product research as normal, right? So anywho, so say in the UK things start to pick back up again. Now what's gonna happen is the original FBA sellers, their inventory is gonna get checked in and they're gonna get their rank back like this. They're gonna end up on the first page. And of course, they're going to have more reviews than you because they've been selling this for who knows how long, but clearly the demand is there, so the market is there as well. So once they get back into stock, they're going to pick back up where they started, which was on page 1 of Amazon, with way more reviews than all of these reviews, way more than 4 reviews. They're probably going to be around these ranges because, as you can see, people are selling these quite well. 300 reviews. Oh wow, some people we have 8,000, 2,000 reviews. That's crazy. So perhaps it's even like that. What's gonna happen is that if you are not able to sustain those reviews and get up to 300 or 400 reviews, you're not gonna maintain your rank because people are gonna begin to buy the other sellers' products because they have a longer history. they have more reviews, more customer feedback to back them up. So that's going to dramatically increase your sales and potentially even to zero. Of course, perhaps you can keep a percentage of these sales. However, I'm not sure if it would be favorable or even profitable for you to want to pursue with this product. I mean, I don't think you should. You should not. I'm telling you, because I told my student not to do this product. So I do believe that give this product a few weeks when things come up, go check this out, and you will see that the reviews are going to be much higher and it's going to be quite an uncompetitive market. And again, judging by the search volume and you know, the other reviews, that's kind of the conclusion. And in the US, this market is even more saturated. So this is interesting, right? Because it seems like a very easy mistake to make because it looks great. If you just follow by the general criteria, it looks great. But the way I teach things is to be able to understand these red flags. And that's actually the reason why I even have the product research validator form for all my students of the course and also in the club, so they can avoid these mistakes. Because if you were to go into this, you would not turn out well, and that's going to be thousands of dollars kind of wasted. Well, not wasted because you always learn something, but it's better to not spend money. Expensive mistakes, that's why I'm here, to prevent you expensive mistakes. And that's kind of I wanted to do a PSA about this and why it's very important to follow criteria. And also, when you see things that are very suspicious, such as why, ask yourself the next questions. Why is this fulfilled by merchant? Why is the majority fulfilled by merchant? It's very strange, right? It's very seldom that you see these types of markets. Most markets are FBA fulfilled, not so dominated for the merchant, right? So anywho, that's going to be the video. If you do need to know how to avoid these red flags, what exactly to look for, my private label club is the perfect place for you. It's a very low risk investment. Literally started for $7, and if you don't like it, then that's it. But it has all the information on how to do the product research. It has an educational program for you to understand what Amazon is. And of course, you can validate your product with me and my team. Thank you so much for watching. All of the links are going to be down below. You can access the PL Club at theplclub.com. Subscribe, like this video, and I will see you in the next one.